Hi, this is Michael Tipper and welcome to another one of my on-the-road video diaries. Behind me you'll see the imposing building of Knowsley Hall up near Liverpool, and today I'm working with a collection of chief executives. I'm facilitating a day for them and helping them address the issues and challenges that they're facing in this current economic crisis. And classic facilitation will have people sit down and just talk through problems. What I should be doing is sharing with them some ideas and some strategies to help them get more out of their session today. So what I'll do is I'll share with you the sort of approach I've taken and some issues about facilitation later on. Speak to you soon. Hi, it's Michael Tipper again, and here I am in the car on my way home. The session with the chief executives finished a few hours ago, and so I'm halfway home. So I thought I'd stop and capture a few ideas and a few thoughts that came out from today. Now, this morning's session, it wasn't just me facilitating. I was working with my friend and colleague, improvisational comedy expert, John Creamer, and between us, we ran the session that was aimed at helping these people network more effectively and finding out how they could help each other, or who else did they know who could help them in the challenges they face in this particular business environment. And we put together a session, and between us we managed to get a good result. The client was very happy, the delegates were very happy, and we were very happy with the way it went. So what I want to do is just share with you some ideas about effective facilitation. Now, you might have an organisation, you might have a group of people who you want to move from one place to another, metaphorically, of course, not physically, but in terms of their mindset, the way they do things, or achieving some sort of objective. And what I want to do is share with you a few key pointers in what you should consider for effective facilitation. The first thing you should consider is that you should get very clear on the objectives that you are trying to achieve. That is probably the biggest challenge I face when I'm working with a client, is establishing what it is they're trying to achieve. Because some of the goals that are presented to me often are very, very woolly. And the real test is, how will you know when you've got there? If you do not know what the output looks like, it's very difficult to actually get there, to measure your performance, to say, well, actually, here we are, because it's like what we expected. And so that clarity is very, very important. Now, when you've got that clarity, the next thing that you need to understand is that good facilitation is a blend of processes and creativity. Now, the process is, it might be that you need to design a series of activities to get the specific result that you've identified in getting your objectives clear. But you also may need to take people through a specific journey to move them from A to B to C to D to get to E. So having that process of doing that is quite important. And then you combine that with clarity. And the clarity is important for this reason. Einstein once said that you cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that got you into it in the first place. And so the creativity does a couple of things. First of all, it sets an environment of uniqueness, of difference, if you like, that makes it appealing and enjoyable. But also it gets people thinking outside the box, to use a well-worn cliche. And so different sorts of exercises, getting people thinking about things in a different way, will mean that they'll come to the problems, come to the challenges with a fresh perspective. And today we've used improvisational comedy, which John Creamer is such a master at, and the combination between my structure and processes and his improvisational comedy really did create this environment that allowed people to come up with some amazing insights and ideas and share those points. So that's a very key point. It's a combination between those two. The next thing that is important to understand is that it is a communication process. There are several communications going on when you're involved with working in a group. There is the communication between the individual and themselves, the self-dialogue that's going on inside them. There's a communication between them and their peers and colleagues. There's a communication between them and the material and concepts, which I suppose is tied up with the internal self-dialogue. And then there's a communication between the facilitator and the people who he or she is working with. All those communications need to flow quite openly, and it's a two-way process. So when you are working with a group, or when you're getting facilitated to work with, it's very important they keep checking in with the group to make sure that they know where that group is at and know where they need to go next. And often, as a group evolves, sometimes the objectives may evolve, and a facilitator who is able to tune into that communication and be sensitive to those needs of the group will be much more effective than someone who's blind to that. And finally, the thing that is very key is to be adaptable. Things change as sessions, some things come up that may not have been anticipated. For example, today we had a technical problem and we weren't able to use laptop and PowerPoint, which was, it wasn't a great loss to us. However, we had to adapt to it and we were able to do that. But certainly during sessions, information may come to light that wasn't anticipated, and the group suddenly has needs that need to be met that weren't also anticipated. So that flexibility is key. All of this can be done internally, but my suggestion to you, if you're considering this sort of thing, is bring in an external facilitator. So what you're looking for is someone who is a good communicator, is someone who is flexible and can adapt, who can combine a good structure and creativity to stimulate the thought processes, and also has good clarity and has probably grilled you quite extensively on what you're trying to achieve. So there are just a few points on effective facilitation. I hope that's been of value to you, and I look forward to sharing you more of these ideas with you in the future. So speak to you soon.